XIAN. Visiting the city of XIAN, about 1,000 kilometers southwest of Beijing, I was informed that it has a population of about 9 million inhabitants and a history that goes back up to about 800,000 years, as evidenced by the human remains found in XIAN County. There are archaeological remains of about 3,000 years and about 6,000 years ago on the bank of the Bake River, rice began to be cultivated. Since 202 before Christ governed 12 dynasties until the invasion of Mongols in 1279, when they found the XIAN dynasty and ruled until 1368, when the Ming dynasty overthrew them. XIAN was the starting point of the Silk Route and is famous for the terracotta soldiers' necropolis, the huge city walls, the Drum Tower and the Bell Tower, the Great Pagoda of the Wild Goose, and the XIAN Mask. In the year of 1974, only 45 years ago, the most surprising archaeological discovery of the 20th century was made: the terracotta soldiers' necropolis. A peasant worker during water supply works, Mr. Zhao Kamin, found some terracotta heads, but he couldn't understand what it was. Another farmer, Mr. Yan Sifa, whom I had the pleasure of greeting, studied them more carefully and restored the first figures. Yan Sifa is now an archaeologist. Emperor Qin Shi Huang, between the years 240 and 210, ordered an army of 8,000 soldiers to be cast in mud, with their cars and horses, to keep them under his command in the afterlife. The construction of the mausoleum lasted 30 years, and more than 700,000 artisans from all over were employed. No two orders are the same. Each evokes a different emotion. This work leaves us a historical legacy that continues to influence the culture, economy, and ideology of the Chinese people. The pitch is 200 meters long and 60 meters wide, and is between 4 and 8 meters deep. There is a second pit with about 70 figures for generals. The necropolis is located 33 kilometers from the city of XIAN and 1.5 kilometers from the necropolis the emperor is buried, which has not yet been excavated because it is surrounded by mercury, which is very toxic. Emperor Qin became king at the age of 13, but he was more mature than today's children. invaded the state of Han and Zhao and by force unified his empire. His spies were omnipresent. He was a despot without mercy. If he won a battle, he rewarded the soldiers. But if they lost it, he sent them to execute. At the age of 38, he became an emperor and became the master and lord of China. Soldiers' swords are coated with lead oxide for conservation, and the crossbows are so lethal that they are capable of piercing the bodies, something that was only achieved 2,000 years later. Terracotta warriors are considered by UNESCO as a World Heritage Site since 1987. The wall. It was built against the invasion of the Mongols by Ming Dynasty from the year of 1374 to the 17th century. It is perfectly preserved. We had the opportunity to cycle it. It has a rectangular shape and a length of 14 kilometers. It measures 12 meters high and between 15 to 18 meters wide. The Great Wall of China is 6 to 7 meters high and 4 to 5 meters wide, but it measures 6,500 kilometers. It has several watchtowers and 4 doors, one of each cardinal point. We can travel it over by car or by bicycle, as if going on a 4-lane highway. The Drum Tower and the Bell Tower are located at the ends of the main square, built in 1380 by the Ming Dynasty. Served to announce in the morning and at night that the city gates were opening or closing, and also to announce some danger. The beautiful and very high Wild Goose Pagoda is a structure of 64 meters high and 7 levels. Its architecture is of Buddhist origin. It was built during the Tang Dynasty in 648 after Christ. Now highlighted by the world's largest modern water fountains, 330 meters per 100 meters, which present a beautiful show of music, light and color at night. The XIAN Mask. It was built by the Tang Dynasty in 742. Its architecture is of the Buddhist type. It is located next to the main market and close to the Wild Goose Pagoda. We must remember that masks are of Muslim origin. XIAN is today a center for scientific research, aviation, communication, electronics, electrical energy, and aerospace. It has 700 scientific research centers and 40 institutes of higher education. China has 6 million scientists doing research in all knowledge disciplines. All of the above say that China is currently a great power, if not the greatest of our time.